Namaste, this is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take a module definition of probability, and this module definition of probability just consists of various basic parts of the probability topic, and this module is a part of the program, part of the course statistical methods, and under the program of BSc Agriculture third semester and integrated BSc Agriculture third semester of the university. And this program, this course probability, or the basic part of the probability, definition of probability, is a very important part of mathematics as well as the statistics, and that's why it is included in various other courses of the university, various other programs of the university and different universities. So in the today's session we are going to discuss about the part of the basic part of the probability and the definitions, the basic definitions, and we explain with mathematical concepts and examples. So first of all, the probability, what is probability? The probability just can be taken as, can be understood as just it is a chance or the likelihood. Means if we want to talk about the probability, then it means the number of chances out of the total possibilities, and just it can be explained, it can be just given in one word, that is called a chance, or the term likelihood. So suppose if we throw a dice and we talk about that the chances of coming of number 3 on the dice, then there will be the number of chances, or the number of chance is 1 upon 6, because there are 6 possibilities of coming a number on the throw of a dice, because there are 6 possibilities, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and just if we want to discuss about the coming of 3, then there is only one chance. So probability just can be given as for this event, that is 1 upon 6, means out of 6 chances just one chance is there in which the number 3 can come, and that's why just we can define the probability as the total number of favorable chances upon the total possibilities, the total possible outcomes, that is called the probability. It means when we throw a coin, then the possibility or the possibilities of coming, the chance of coming of head is 1 upon 2. That means because there are 2 possibilities on coming in a throw of a coin, that is either head or the tail, but we are discussing about the head, so just one chance is there, and out of 2 chances, therefore the probability of such event is 1 upon 2. So we are just coming on this topic of probability today, and this probability just consists of various different definitions, examples, and the mathematical concepts. So we are sharing some slides to explain these topics, these definitions, and that's why just we need to share some slides to explain these. So we come to these slides. initially a definition of probability event is mentioned, and probability event can be defined as a set of outcomes of an experiment. So probability event may be defined as a set of outcomes, and the sample space, the very important definition of sample space in the part of the probability. So the sample space is the entire possible set of outcomes of a random experiment. So the sample space can be defined as the entire possible set of outcomes of a random experiment, that is called the sample space. So we can understand in this way, like we take example, when we throw the three coins, when we toss the three coins simultaneously, then the sample space is given by, means it is a set of all the possibilities. So it is the sample space as is given by, it is triple T, and the events TT and H, THT and THH, HTT, HTH, HHT, HHH. So these are the possible events for the sample space when we toss the three coins simultaneously. Now simple event, any event consisting of a single point of the sample space is known as a simple event. So it is consisting of a simple or a single point of the sample space. Like for example, S equal to 56, 78, 96, 54, 89, and if we take E is equal to 78, that is a single point of the sample space, and therefore E is called a single event, simple event. Now compound event, the compound event can be defined as if any event consists of more than one single event of the sample space, then such an event is called a compound event. Like suppose if we have the sample space 56, 78, 96, 54, 89, then we take if we take the events E1 as 56, 54 and E2 is 78, 56, 89, then such two events E1 and E2 are called just compound events. Now mutually exclusive events. The mutually exclusive events can be defined as the two events which cannot occur simultaneously. So these two events cannot occur simultaneously, and it means if the occurrence of one event excludes the occurrence of the another event, then such events are called mutually exclusive events. For example, if S equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and E1, E2 are the two events such that E1 consists of numbers less than 3 and E2 consists of numbers greater than 4. So E1 is equal to 1, 2 and E2 is equal to 5, 6. Then we can see in the events E1 and E2 there is nothing common. So such events E1 and E2 are called mutually exclusive. That means which cannot occur simultaneously. Exhaustive events. A set of events is called exhaustive if all the events together consume the entire sample space. So just the combination, if we just combine all the events, then the total sample space will be formed. Now we come to the part of the probability. Probability means the chance or the likelihood. Just we have explained that, and the minimum value of probability is 0 and the maximum value of probability is 1. So it means the probability of any event will lie in the interval 0 to 1, means 0 greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. Now the probability can be defined as by a formula, that is number of PA, where P represents the probability and A represents the event. So the probability of event A is equal to number of favorable cases upon total number of equal likely cases, that is equal to M upon N. So total favorable cases upon total number of possibilities equal likely cases. And we can just give examples. A simple example is the tossing of a fair unbiased coin. Since the coin is fair, the two outcomes are there, either head or the tail, and both are having the equal chances. So the event, the probability of head equals to the probability of tail, and that is equal to 1 upon 2, that means 0.5. Now applications. So probability is a very important part of the mathematics as well as the statistics, and used in various like objectives, with various objectives and in various tasks. So probability theory is applied in everyday life in the risk assessment and the modeling. So because probability just is defined as the chances or the likelihood, so that's why it can be applied in the risk assessment and the modeling processes, and the insurance industry and markets use actuarial science to determine pricing and make trading decisions. So in these kind of events also the probability is a part, and the probability can even be applied in the various other events, various other objectives, like for the government apply probabilistic methods. So various probabilistic methods are applicable by the government in environmental regulation, entitlement analysis and financial regulations. Probability of an event A is written by PA, and now we take one example to explain this more. In the game of snakes and ladders, a fair die is thrown. If event even represents all the events of getting a natural number less than 4, and E2 consists of all the events of getting an even number, and E3 denotes all the events of getting an odd number. So list the sets representing the following. So just sample space S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because these are the numbers obtained in a die, and the event even is as given by the condition. It should be natural number less than 4. So E1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. E2 event consists of 2, 4, 6 means the even numbers only, and E3 event will consist of only odd numbers, that is 1, 3, 5. So it means E1 or E2 or E3 is equal to E1, E2, E3, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E1 and E2 and E3 will be equal to 5 because in these three events, E1, E2 and E3, nothing is common in between all these. So E1 and E2 and E3, that is also called E1 intersection E2 intersection E3, and it is equal to 5 because no element is common in all the three sets. While this set E1 or E2 or E3 means a union of E1 and E2 and E3, and that is equal to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then third part, E1 but not E3, so that is 2. Just we are considering here E1 but we are excluding here E3, and that is only 2. Now independent events. So independent events are those events which does not affect each other. So it means the theorem states that the probability of simultaneous occurrence of two events that are independent is given by the product of their individual probabilities. So the two events A and B are called independent if the occurrence of event A does not affect the occurrence of event B. And in the case of event independent events PA intersection B, that is called PA and B, and PAB is equal to PA into PB. So PA and B, which is also called PA intersection B, and that is equal to PA into PB. If we take the three events A, B and C, then by this, if these three events are independent, then PA intersection B intersection C is equal to PA into PB into PC, and that is also written as PA B C, and that is equal to PA into PB into PC. Now for dependent events, if the two events are called dependent, if the events are dependent, then it means the occurrence of one event will affect the occurrence of the second event, and in that case the concept of the conditional probability will be applicable. And in that case if the event A, just we can define this also in this way here, the conditional probability of A with respect to event B is called PA upon B, and that is called the conditional probability of event A with respect to B, and that is called PA upon B is equal to PA B upon PB. That means PA intersection B upon PB. And in the same way, the conditional probability of event B when the event A is given, so that is called PB upon A, means the probability of event B when the event A is given, so that is equal to PAB upon PA, and that is equal to PA intersection B upon PA. So here we are having this example to explain this, and a coin is tossed two times. The toss resulted in one head and the one tail. So what is the probability that the first throw resulted in a tail? Here a coin is tossed two times, so what is sample space? S is equal to HH, HT, TH, TT, and let the two events A and B as event A be the first throw resulting a tail, and event B be the one tail and one head occurred. So in this way the probability PA upon B is given by, that is the first throw, the probability of probability that the first throw resulted in a tail is given by PA upon B, and that is equal to PA intersection B upon PA, and this PA intersection B is equal to, just we can find out by this method, PTH upon PHH, HT, TH, TT, that is equal to 1 upon 4, and PA is given by PTH, TT upon PHH, HT, TH, TT, that is equal to 2 by 4, means 1 by 2. Therefore PA upon B is equal to 1 upon 2, and that is equal to 0.5. So that is the probability of such event A when the event B is given. When the B event is given, that means one tail and one head occurred, and that PA upon B is the required probability, that is the conditional probability of event A when the event B is given. So students are advised to practice for more numericals of this topic. Thank you.